Good morning, folks. It's Diamond with the Oppenheimer Ranch Project Magnetic Reversal News and Shinrin-yoku, bringing you a grand solar minimum update and winter storm Bailey watch. Yes, Tuesday, December 15th, 1 p.m. Mountain Time 2020. We're looking at the GFS parallel total snowfall, and I believe that this is the most accurate model. The big winner is the Poconos. Northeastern Pennsylvania will be buried. Let's break it down. Major winter storm impacts the mid-Atlantic and northeast on Wednesday through Thursday. This is Winter Storm Bailey. A major winter storm will impact portions of the mid-Atlantic and New England Wednesday into Thursday as a nor'easter develops and lifts up the mid-Atlantic coast before turning out to sea. Heavy wet snow is expected from the central Appalachians through much of the interior mid-Atlantic and across Long Island and southern New England. Freezing rain and ice accumulations are expected in northwest North Carolina and across much of the southwest and central Virginia into central West Virginia. So huge areas of ice to the south, deep snow to the north. Confidence is high. This is a major winter storm and will result in significant impacts, including travel disruptions, power outages across a huge swath of the mid-Atlantic, southeastern New York, and southern New England. In fact, 45 million people are in harm's way. Winter storm will bring heavy snow to the northeast, and we will be watching the power outages as they occur. If you're in this purple zone, make sure you have backup power some way to keep warm. Here's the American GFS model, and the European, they are lining up, which means there is going to be a huge event. Winter storm warning issued for 20 to 24 inches of snow in the Lehigh Valley. Now, we think that that's a little high. I think it's going to be more like 10 to 16 because of some mixing with freezing rain and some of the models I've seen. But we'll certainly get to that. And let's take a close look up here. The event total snowfall in the Philadelphia and New Jersey region. Here is your cutoff line, basically the Delaware River, south of the Delaware River in southeastern PA. Almost no snow as you head towards South Jersey. North Jersey will be buried. Morriston could pick up 20 inches, as well as Sussex, Belvedere, and Mount Pocono, 2 feet. Allentown, 2 feet. I think Allentown might get 16 inches and Mount Pocono definitely 2 feet or more. So those are the current, most recent models for that area. Now, as you go west, areas like Pittsburgh are going to be on the cusp of this and just receive 4 to 7 inches, but still a major impact to the city. The biggest impact will be Philadelphia and the entire state of Maryland picking up around a foot of snow. The further west you go in Maryland, the deeper it gets, especially if you get out towards the mountainous regions. Berkeley, West Virginia will be buried. And those are some of the totals there. Winter Storm Bailey could lead to near blizzard conditions in New England. 10 to 18 inches predicted for northern Connecticut, 8 to 12 by the coast. This is going to be interesting. Let's hear what the mainstream has to say about this storm.
Everybody, we are watching Winter Storm Bailey. It is taking shape out in the Midwest, Colorado, Nebraska, Kansas. I'll show you that in just a couple of seconds. But in the meantime, let's take a look at what's in effect right now. Winter Storm Watch. I'm sure this is going to be upgraded to a Winter Storm Warning as we get closer and closer to the storm. This is for Wednesday into Thursday. So not today. Today is the calm before the storm. You can get out there and enjoy. But by the time it's all said and done by Thursday afternoon, here's what we're expecting. Anywhere from 8 to 12 inches in southeast Connecticut. There might be a little mixing in southeast Connecticut. And then 10 to 18 for inland Connecticut. So that's a pretty good amount of snow. 1.5 feet is headed in our direction. Our Channel 3 early warning radar scans the state dry this morning. Good morning. Time to look at some of our iCams. Old Saybrook, it's beautiful out there, but it is a little on the cold side. 27 in Waterbury right now. Lift high the cross. You can see there, Holy Land. Just be careful. There could be some black ice out there, the result of yesterday's mixed precipitation having an opportunity to freeze up overnight. And there is our New Haven. Boy, is that going to look pretty with snow surrounding it. Absolutely gorgeous. Today, 32 to 38, mostly sunny, breezy, and cold. And then your headlines, clear and cold to start. So just brace yourselves because you're walking out the door this morning. The temperatures are not bad. It's a little bit of a breeze, though, that does make it feel substantially colder. Notice the day ahead. Beautiful. Only making it into the mid-30s. More of the same for the shoreline. Maybe some mid to upper 30s for the shoreline under mostly sunny skies. And then tonight should be another great night. And tomorrow morning, we start off okay. Now, 24, the typical overnight low. We're at 34 at Bradley. So the numbers aren't bad. Once again, 27 in Salisbury. But there is a bit of a breeze out there, 13 to 16 miles an hour. And there are some gusts out there, too. to 25 miles an hour this morning. So it's going to be a cold start, and it's going to be a sunny and a cold day today. Let's take a look at the satellite and radar. A couple of snowflakes trying to make their way into the state. Not a big deal. There's the storm system out to the west. You'll see it over in parts of Kansas, Nebraska, and parts of Colorado. All of that is going to be moving in our direction as it strengthens. So it's going to be a pretty big storm system that we are calling Winter Storm Bailey. All right, our Channel 3 early warning futurecast, tomorrow's weather today, shows us an hour by hour. There's really not a lot going on during the day today or tomorrow. So let's forge ahead to tomorrow evening. This is 7 p.m. All right, still not a lot going on, but by 8, 9 o'clock tomorrow evening, we start to see that snow making its way in. And then, wow, it really snows for like the next 12 to 16 hours. 8 a.m., it's snowing, it's pouring snow. 11 a.m., it's snow. And then you're going to notice it starts to taper off by tomorrow. Once again, 10 to 18 inland, 8 to 12 for the immediate shoreline. And that is
getting a little choppy, but you pick it up. It's going to be a huge event, one of the biggest snow events in quite some time. Here we're looking at the GFS model, total snowfall, and we're just picking up some more data because we run the newest models. And you can see here on the GFS model right there through Friday morning, the biggest snow totals in northeast Pennsylvania, but we're talking 1.5 feet for southern New York. Could be 1 foot of snow for all of Long Island. Philadelphia is going to be buried. There's going to be more snow in southern southeast Pennsylvania than the Lehigh Valley. That mix line goes up through the coast here that they were just talking about there in Connecticut. If we come over to the GFS parallel, I believe this is a more accurate model. Most of Maryland is going to be buried. Northeastern West Virginia also heavy totals all the way down through Snowshoe, but the big totals and the big winner, Mount Pocono and the Poconos, and they need it. So Big Boulder, Jack Frost, Elk Mountain is going to be amazing skiing this weekend. So go out there and get some. Now, at the same time, as this snow approaches, there's going to be some heavy snow in Oklahoma out in the Midwest, but we're only covering the Northeast right now for the people up in this region. Now, this region is going to be hard hit with power outages. It's going to be some heavy snow. There are going to be power outages, and it's going to be cold. It is important you prepare for this. If you're inside of this purple area here, you need to have backup generators or a place to go to stay warm in case of a long-term power outage. And with long-term power outages and heavy snow and ice down here in the south, you need to be worried about freezing rain and loss of power as well through most of Virginia and North Carolina. There's going to be a huge swath of heavy ice. And that means power lines down. Now, what do you do if you see a down power line? Well, first of all, don't go near it. Avoid touching or approaching any fallen power lines. Avoid touching the down line with your hand or even an object such as a stick, broom, or pole. Avoid touching anything such as a car or object or equipment or anyone who has come in contact with the power line. Keep children and pets away from the power lines if they're down. Avoid driving over fallen power lines. Call 911 immediately if you have phone service. Use your cell phone if the landline is down. Now, what if a power line touches your car when you're driving? Worst case scenario, stay inside your car. The ground around your car may be energized. Do not touch any of the metal in the car. Sound the horn, roll down your windows, and call for help. Warn others to stay away from you. Anyone who touches the equipment or ground around your car may be injured. Then call 911 if you have a cell phone. Wait until the fire department, police, or PG&E workers tell you it's safe to get out of your vehicle. Now, if your car is on fire, remove loose items of clothing, open your window, and keep your hands at your sides and try to jump clear of the vehicle. You do not want to hit the ground while you're still touching the vehicle. That could be very devastating. You want to keep both feet close together and then shuffle away from the vehicle and power line without picking up your feet off the ground. So shuffle along the ground and stay grounded. So those are some tips to maybe survive and thrive in a catastrophic power line incident for you and your family. It's important to be prepared and not scared, and that's what we're teaching you here. Are you prepared for what's coming? It could be devastating. It could be cold. You could be without power. You may need a generator. You need a bug-out plan. If it's not for a few hours, a few days. Your survival is our only mission. Preparewiththeranch.com. for long-term food storage and other survival needs. PrepareWithTheRanch.com supports the channel, supports your peace of mind, and supports your family's health and welfare. And that's a boom. Hope you got something out of the video. Big storm coming, power outages, and more. Power lines down. Be safe. We love you. And that's a boom. Thanks to all our one-time donors, our Patreons, and for everyone that shares this video. Without you, we could not make this possible. Be safe.